Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Oneill Bahia Ladies Summer wetsuit for 2013. This particular Bahia is what we call the flat lock version. So if you see FL or GBS on the title of the wetsuit, then basically that's referring to the type of stitching that you get on the suit. FL stands for flat lock. And what flat lock is, basically, is a type of stitching which I'll run through with you in a second. So the Bahia, very popular every year, great looking wetsuit. The reason it is so popular is because it's got a great deal of high grade stretchy neoprene in the suit, so it feels great when it's on, very comfortable, and fits the body fantastically well. So this particular Bahia, the flat lock, basically what it means, as I said before, is the type of seams on the wetsuit. So if I come a little bit closer, you're going to be able to see the seams there. It's like a wide stitching basically that goes the whole way through the neoprene. So they push two bits of neoprene together and they stitch it with that flat technique. Makes it very, very robust and will give the suit a long shelf life. But the downside is the punch holes do go the whole way through the suit, meaning that water will seep through very slowly and won't be as warm as a GBS or glued and blind stitched wetsuit, which is sealed. Okay, so the flat lock version is perfect for people who are sort of casual beach users, just want a decent quality stretchy suit they're going to use in the sort of more key summer months that we get in the UK or overseas, and basically a good looking wetsuit. So the Bahia, a bit further down on the sort of pricing scale on the Oneill series of wetsuits, you've got at the bottom is the Oneill Reactor, then it goes to Bahia in the flat lock, both of them. The Reactor is a bit cheaper because of the quality of neoprene. Now there's two sort of grades of neoprene in this particular suit. In the lower body, it's what we call the Fluid Flex, which is a bit coarser, not quite as flexible, because it doesn't contain as much air, and the jersey which covers it isn't as soft and sort of high quality. Whereas, see, that type of neoprene you get, the actual Reactor, which is a bit cheaper, is entirely made up of that Fluid Flex, cheaper neoprene. With this suit you get what we call the ultra stretch neoprene in the upper body, which is a very high grade, extremely soft and flexible neoprene, and you can see that's got a huge amount of flex in it. Okay, so you get that in the upper body, and the reason they put it just in the upper body with this suit is to make it more affordable and just give you that neoprene in key areas where you need it, where you're going to need more flex, which is above the arm, under the armpits, where you're being more dynamic and you need a bit more movement. Okay, so you get that in the upper body, very soft, very flexible. You also get a smooth skin chest panel on the wetsuit, which will stop any sort of cold wind penetrating the suit and making you cold. And you get that around your kidneys as well. Okay. Further down, you get the Duraflex knee pads, which is a standard knee pad. Fits nicely around your knee and it stops the knee wearing through. So if you're learning to surf or learning to do any kind of water sport, the typical place for a suit to wear through is the knee. So just make sure that that won't happen and the suit will last a lot longer. Okay. With the Bahia, then it is specifically styled for ladies, so you've got a longer dip in the sort of smooth skin chest panel as well, and it's very heavily tapered around the waist to pull in and suit a woman's figure. Okay, so everything's thought about with sort of Oneill suits. Way better and over and above the cheaper suits that you get in supermarkets and that kind of thing. The neoprene that they make or they use is very low grade, chemically engineered neoprene, whereas all of this neoprene, which is even the sort of cheap stuff in the lower body on the Oneill suits, is basically made with gas. They're sort of filled with gas, so it's a lot better quality, a lot softer and less abrasive on the skin. So yeah, good quality. Everything is thought about. The seams are placed on the wetsuit to make sure they don't get in your way. They're specially bent for the to suit the lady's figure. Make sure they're bent on the arms as well so that they don't reduce flexibility. So everything's thought about there. The zip itself is a back zip, so that's how you get in and out of the wetsuit, nice and long. Make sure it's easy for ladies to get in and out. Okay, and the zip itself is a YKK zip, which is non-corrosive, won't seize up in salt water, and it's also going to be better at keeping out water. Any water that does come in is met with this little back panel which goes just underneath the zip, and hopefully that will keep most of the suit off of your back and keep you warmer and dry for longer. The collar itself is what you call a roll skin collar, or a double seal collar. Basically it's two pieces of neoprene. The inside piece has a smooth collar which stops any rubbing or chafing on your neck. Sticks to your neck and means the outside piece of neoprene moves up and down. So what that does is allows the suit to move up and down naturally, but without rubbing up and down on your neck, because the inside piece will just stick there as the outside moves. So it's a nice little touch, and it does stop any sort of rashes and rub on the wetsuit, which is definitely a bonus. Okay. So the only other thing to really mention about the suit is the sort of styling. The style that we've got here is what we call the denim colours, I think, with the flashes of pink. It's quite sort of understated, nice looking wetsuit. Around the back there you can sort of see the styling there. This is the colour that we've got in stock, but we can get others. But this is what we thought was probably most sort of nicely understated without being sort of too flashy. Will hopefully appeal for more people. But So if you're looking for a wetsuit which is very high quality, it's going to feel good in the water but without breaking the bank, without spending over £100, then the Bahia Flatlock is definitely something worth considering.